This is the Eskute Wayfarer. With a 250 watt Bafang hub motor, an estimated 40-mile range from the 360 watt-hour battery plus human power, at quite a bit under £1,000, could this be the best value EU street legal e-bike you could get? Since this is actually legal on the rustic streets of England, I decided to save my air miles, stay in the UK and test this bike out by going to a quaint little village in Staffordshire. Ah, this is very nice, isn't it? Welcome back to the VRC for your dose of VR, and this time cool technology. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you love that kind of stuff. So this is the second e-bike I've had on the channel after the 500 watt Ado A20F, which of course isn't technically legal on the streets of the UK. So my big question is, how much are we losing if we go legal? Current UK e-bike laws mean that you're allowed to have a maximum of 250 watts. Check. A top assisted speed of 15.5 miles per hour or 25 kilometers per hour. Check. And if it has a throttle, then it's only allowed to take you up to 6 miles per hour. Sort of check. You'll see why soon. Before we head into an unboxing, just a reminder that all my tech videos have a VR giveaway, and for this video we'll be giving away a few copies of the amazing VR golf game Walkabout Mini Golf. It is one of the most relaxing games you'll ever play, with amazing scenery including the new Shangri-La and Babylon levels. It has very realistic golf ball physics and now has a brand new custom avatar feature. It's seriously fantastic, and if you'd like to win your copy, just make sure you like the video, be subscribed to the channel, and as always do one more thing that I'll tell you about later on in the video. Congratulations to the winners of the last giveaway, DSG and Deepak Versani. You have won the Kiwi design bundle, so reply to the pinned comment of this video and we'll sort out that for you. Right, let's see how the Eskute Wayfarer arrived and got put together. Here we have the box for the Eskute Wayfarer MYT28 electric bike. So let's get it unboxed and see how it is. So we look inside the box. So, you know, packaged as you'd expect. No polystyrene, which is nice. Instead, we've got this kind of spongy stuff that doesn't go through me. Like it. Charger with British plug. Pedals. Kickstand. Looks like a throttle. Twist. Instruction manual, possibly with other handle that goes with throttle. Tool bag. Allen keys. Hello, Alan. Stay down, box. I blame you. I blame you. Comes with this, so you can go that way, flat head, that way, Phillips head. The handlebars run backwards. Oh well. Okay, this can raise up a bit. Loosen that, I'm guessing. Open, close, and then raise the entire thing. There we go. Let's have it like that. Yeah, that's perfect. So that's basically maximum position. There's one. They seem alright. They're not foldable or anything. I mean, it's not a foldable bike, so the pedals don't fold up like the other ones. I can't even see what that says. Maybe if I put it on the screen, we can see what it says. I don't know what it says. That was hanging off. 50 to 85. I'll go 60. That seems a lot. I think it's because it's a thin tyre, isn't it? Hope it doesn't explode in my face. So here is the bike in full road legal UK, EU, everything mode. 250 watts, no throttle, fully legal, unseizable. but I'm going to put the throttle on. Well, not handlebar. I'm going to take this grip off. And there we go. Throttle in the box. Install it on the handlebar. So you get this shorty grip. Put that on the handlebar. This, let's see if it mentions it. You get this plastic thing, put that on first, put that on before this. Slides on, and then I think that means you can just kind of push it as far as you want, and it doesn't get caught in the rubber there. There we go. Let's connect that in. Throttle's on, and that's where to be. Okay, so it doesn't come with an Allen key for the size to sort the throttle out. That's annoying. Right, okay, first ride. Making a funny noise. Let's figure out what that noise is. Feels pretty good for 250 watts. We're going to go to the shops. Now, it's got quick release everything, quick release front wheel, quick release saddle, so hopefully while I'm in there, someone don't just take it. If I want to go faster than this, because this is a fully legal UK street legal e-bike, I need to pedal furiously. Although apparently pedaling furiously is also illegal in the UK. So, at a cruise, it's fair to say this e-bike goes around 16 to 17 miles an hour. Despite the quick release wheel and saddle, when I took the bike shopping, I decided to trust the locals and leave everything connected. Remember, you can put the lock through the wheel if you're really worried, and remove the saddle if your village is plagued by gangs of saddle thieves. The key that comes with the bike isn't needed to run the bike, it's only used to remove the battery. That's fine, but it does mean you need to remove the battery to prevent people riding off on it using the motor. I mean, they can still ride away on it because it is a bike, but at least they aren't rubbing salt into the wounds by getting extra help from the bike itself. Make those thieves sweat a little. So this is definitely a cruiser, it's not built for speed this. Like 250 watts is not a lot of power, but it is enough. Basically, you go as fast as a normal bike, but you don't try very hard. The Eskute Wayfarer isn't for those speed demons who basically want a motorbike without having a motorbike, and there's nothing wrong with being like that at all. It just means that this bike probably isn't for you, unless you want something sensible that will allow you to get around town, take you to the shops or to work without having to worry about getting sweaty or being pulled over by the police for sitting on a pocket rocket. The bike itself feels really sturdy and high quality for a brand I hadn't actually heard of before they contacted me. Everything about the bike seems solid, from the frame itself to the rear rack. The brakes and gears didn't need adjusting, both working perfectly straight away. The gears are Shimano Tawny, which are Shimano's entry-level gear set, which works perfectly fine, but just because mine didn't need any adjusting, it doesn't mean that yours won't. But they are very easy to work with if required, and there are videos all over YouTube showing you what to do. The only thing that I needed to do was correctly adjust the mudguards, which of course I didn't do properly, but that's my fault for being a bit rubbish. So the aforementioned mudguards do their job nicely. The bike also comes with front and rear lights as well as a horn. It has an LCD computer that does the job and illuminates nicely at night time. The computer shows trip mileage, total mileage, ride time, and what power assist mode that you're currently in. You can change a load of other settings by delving in deeper, such as zero start with the throttle, but usually people are only interested in those settings to increase the top speed. And since this is a totally legal e-bike, the part of the computer that changes top speed doesn't really do anything, so I won't bother showing it. The bike also has a sports saddle that I found very comfortable, a rust-proof chain, and a nice aluminium kickstand. The bike is rated as water resistant to puddles and rain, as you'd expect, but they don't recommend you use a pressure washer on it or ride it in really heavy rain. The front suspension is non-adjustable, but it does a nice job and doesn't seem too squidgy for going up and down curbs. Having an optional throttle is also a really nice addition. But this is nice, just like my legs. I'm not used to all these different settings. My other e-bike doesn't have so many settings for assistance. So going on max assistance, you almost don't need a throttle. Throttle's just handy to have if you're not in a position to keep moving your legs around for whatever reason. I mean, there's a hill. Do I have to expend much energy going up this hill? No, it just goes up it. It's nice. Speaking of the throttle, it seems some people have had problems using it. I found that the bike seems to have a dedicated throttle mode where you can use the throttle in setting 0 on the computer but without any assist. Having a throttle can be useful, for example, to move away at junctions or at lights without having to move into a lower gear. Come on, right. See, I want throttle all the time. I don't really want to have to go to a throttle mode. I have to go to 0 and then I'm in throttle mode. And how fast would the throttle take me on its own? So this is just throttle. Let's see how fast I can go just throttle. Which, remember, throttles that take you over a certain speed are illegal. So just throttle, 15.8, bit of a hill. So obviously if I want, I can push. But then you get over a certain speed, the throttle cuts out. Same with the assist. It's just 15 miles an hour is about bike speed. It's just not that fast, is it? If you want to go faster, you got to try harder. Just don't be furious. I'm going to go back to assist. I actually prefer it assist. I prefer it, yeah. I prefer assist mode to throttle mode on this bike. Something I really like about this bike is that it doesn't really look like an e-bike. It just looks like your average, though fairly stylish, city bike. Nothing about the bike screams look at me like the more in-your-face A20F with its fat tyres that we tried last time. But unlike that bike, this one has a really refined pedal assist system. The thinner and larger diameter Kenda tyres mean less resistance when cruising along, something definitely needed since it does have half the power. The integrated rear light is missing on a lot of e-bikes, so it's nice to have that. And since it's not a folding bike, the pedals seem a bit more solid, unlike the plastic folding ones present on many folding bikes. If you're in the market for a bike that is totally legal, will get you to work, you don't have to worry about the police checking on your bike and seeing that it's too powerful or that it's got a throttle. Don't forget, this throttle is optional. You can remove it or put it on yourself. It doesn't come assembled on the bike ready, but it doesn't take that long to put it on. So yeah, if you wanted one of them, this seems like a really nice bike. Refined is a good word to describe this bike. Unlike many e-bikes that are under $1,000, it doesn't have a ton of wires wrapped around the bike. They're really nicely hidden in the frame. Another reason why the Eskute Wayfarer doesn't scream e-bike when you see it. The battery is pretty small compared to some other electric vehicles at 360 watt-hours, but with the addition of human power and with its claimed range of about 40 miles, it seems big enough. There's the backlight, by the way, it's very good. We've done about 14 and a bit miles. 2 bars, so I think this is meant to do about 25 miles. I've been driving how I want, so that seems pretty good, to be honest. That seems to suggest it should do about 25 miles, and that means though that if you don't push it, if you use like a lower assist level and take it easy, you could do a lot more than that. I definitely think that 40 miles is attainable when using a lower pedal assist level and with some thoughtful riding. So if you want to enter the giveaway and win a copy of Walkabout Mini Golf, your final task is to simply leave a comment letting us know which destination you'd love to ride to on an e-bike. Back to the Wayfarer, and it's fair to say that this is a very nice, good value e-bike. It's quite large. I noticed the distance from the saddle to the handlebars is quite large, so check the measurements if you think that might be an issue. It's not a folding e-bike, so it might cause problems if you need to carry it up a flight of stairs, although it isn't exactly heavy at around 25 kilograms. But even so, it's nice that the battery can easily detach in seconds and can be charged completely separate from the bike. So is 250 watts enough? Well, If you want a bike that goes as fast as a normal bike but with little to no effort, then absolutely. If you want a bike that's loads faster than a normal bike, then maybe not. So that all depends on you. I can definitely see a lot of people getting a lot out of this bike. It looks lovely, it's quiet when you've adjusted the mudguards properly, and it fits right in around a peaceful English village, or any village, or towns, or cities, or muddy trails. There's links to the Eskute website down below if you want to check them out. At £899, it's definitely better value than e-bikes of the same quality, judging by what's available on Halford's website, and it will get delivered pretty quickly from UK and EU warehouses. There are also 70 plus 4 and 5-star reviews on the website, so if you don't want to take my word for it, you can check those out, and from what I can tell, they all seem like genuine reviews. So that brings us to the end of the video. If you want to see more of the Eskute Wayfarer, then do check out my electric vehicle channel, the EVRC, links below. It also features other vehicles such as electric unicycles and electric scooters. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and thanks so much for hanging around this long. Thanks again for watching, and if you don't tune in again this year, then have a lovely Christmas and a brilliant new year. Keep on riding, and see ya.